can see. Okay. You're probably wondering, who the heck is this guy standing here? So we are custom home consultants. And before I get into everything about how we can help you guys make more money, I wanted to understand, have any of you guys ever helped a client or yourself gone through the new build process, like starting from scratch, building a custom home?
I have somebody who's actually interested in it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I asked you, remember, like a couple weeks ago, and you were like, oh, you have somebody?
Oh,
So
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're here then.
Yeah.
So it's working out. And have you gone through that process before, or is this gonna be the first
It's
one?
gonna be the first, yeah.
Okay. So do you find yourself wondering, like, where the heck do you start?
It is different.
Yes, it's very
Because
different.
It's through builders, so everything's different, yeah.
Yeah. So here at the Hope Group, we do real estate a little bit differently. Let me see how I can move this. Cool. So we are custom home consultants. So what that means to our agent partnerships is we help realtors and their clients through the entire new build process. So we'll help you with land acquisition on and off market, vetting builders based on the personality and budget of your clients, and help them with the design process, architectural, and funding. And if at any point any of you guys have a question, feel free to stop me, so I'll get rambling. Oh my God.
You should just have to put the arrows and it'll go to the next slide.
Holy crap. What am I doing wrong here, Jen?
What are you trying to do? Just go to
Just
the
go
next
to the
slide?
next page.
I have it in present mode.
There we go.
Yeah. It should
Okay.
just be like you just click.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was doing that. I'm so technology handicapped. Holy crap.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm
Okay. Okay, so do you guys have any of these type of problems? Like if you have a client that you've gone and you showed them 20 houses and they are just so freaking picky, you're like, I can't do this. I can't find them the house.
Yeah.
Why not create the house for them? And as well as the low inventory. And if these clients are so particular on what they're looking for and maybe it's not out there, I can help you recreate and create the inventory to find the solution, and you guys look like a rock star to your clients. And like you mentioned, what was your name again? Sorry.
Amanda.
Amanda, you have a client that is looking to build from scratch, but
Yeah.
if you've never gone through the process, it can be very daunting for you and your client, and I'm here to be that resource for you. Okay, so kind of how our process works is, like I mentioned before, we go to 4 or 5 step process. So we officially vet your clients with you. We sit on the same side of the table as you and find a builder and location based on what they're looking for. So right now the Hope Group is mainly focused in Central Florida. We've done over 100 builds in the Winter Park, Windermere, Lake Nona area, as well as downtown. So we have builder relationships from all price points, from 4 or 5 million down to about 800,000. And they all have a different style and they all have different personalities. So what we like to recommend with you and your clients is you vet 3 builders based on what I talked about earlier, is the budget and their personality. And see, you're in a short-term relationship with these people, almost, your clients and the builder. So they need to be able to work in harmony, because something will always go awry in a build, and you gotta be able to smooth that out, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's the builders and the lots. So we can find you off-market lots. We have a sphere of other realtors that have been trained to bring us lot opportunities. For example, if you guys have listings that you think there'd be value in the dirt and it's just not moving, you can give us a call and we can help you sell that for you. And I'll touch on that later. So we can find lots off market. And as well, we just kind of have, that's all we focus on is new construction. So we have a polls on what builders have what inventory coming, ranging in price points and areas, what they have off market, and just what lots are available. And we can help teach your clients as well what to look for in a lot, and kind of how to do the math. For example, a lot is 300,000. A rule of thumb we like to do is multiply your lot cost by 3, and that will be your all-in build price. So if a lot is 500,000, your all-in build will be 1.5. That makes sense? And lastly, funding. I've seen in my personal experience, most clients over that 2 million price point are mainly paying cash, but not everyone just has boatloads of money sitting around, right? So we have 3 or 4 bank relationships that we can recommend to help them get funding, and that's called a construction to perm. And it's very simple and very similar to a traditional mortgage. All they do they're paying the interest carry up during the build process, and that will switch over once they get certificate of occupancy, CO, excuse me, I butchered that one. And it turns into just like a traditional 30-year mortgage or a 15 fixed arm.
Do most lenders offer that type of loan?
No, very few. It's a lot of risk for the banks.
Yeah,
So it's very select group of smaller Winter Park banks that we've noticed that give that product.
and you have connections to where you
Yes.
could refer to somebody who could
Yes,
do that for.
3 to 4, yes.
All right.
And the best part about this is the whole new build process, you get paid up front. So on average, when we ran the numbers, a traditional real estate deal, we would get about $10,000 in commissions. And compared to a new build, it takes a little more time and it's a little more outside the box thinking. But on average, our agents saw about $40,000 in commission. It's about a 4x increase.
When
Ma'am,
they get the commission, I'm sorry, my mouth. Do they get the commission at the closing of the lot?
yes, upfront.
Gotcha.
So that initial 6-month period is when we'll find them the lot, the right builder. We will help them. I want all of their selections to be done before we close. Selections and floor plans, as well as exterior and interior elevations. So in that point, the clients would buy the lot. You and I would get paid on that transaction, and then it is all the builder and that is their dance.
What were to happen in the case, like, say, for example, they paid you after the lot, you
Yep.
know, after the sale of the lot or whatever, they picked all their stuff, this and that,
Mhm.
you know, everything was going good, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, something were to arise where they couldn't close or they couldn't continue with the building.
Yep.
What would happen in that case with your commission?
Your commission is paid out of the margin of the amount lended on the first draw with the bank. So that money, once it's yours, it's yours.
Okay,
Does that
so
answer your
even if
question?
something goes awry with the building process of the lot, you still get your commission.
We've done our part.
regardless.
We've put all the pieces together as the liaisons, and now it is on the builder and the client.
Gotcha.
So once the closing for the land is, then that's it, right? Because we get our commission and we're out.
Land
Now
on,
everything else is just
commission on the build and
Right.
the land. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Now, do you guys manage, even after, you know, you get your commission, all that, you guys are still managing the whole process with them?
It depends
or-
on which builder. So the builders that we have done over 50 builds with, I know they're in good hands. But a
Right,
builder I've only done maybe one deal with or haven't at all, I'm gonna be there for that process afterwards as well.
makes sense.
So a few ways we can make you money. That's why I'm standing here. Everyone wants to make more money in an industry. And there's so many realtors out there that just do the very cookie cutter buy, sell. So I'm trying to give you guys another tool in your tool belt to be a resource to your clients. To help them find the perfect house and you guys make more money in the process as well. So I already kind of touched on this, but if you have a particular listing that is just not selling and or there's a lot of value in the land, it's a large lot, it's in an area that's regentrifying your other builds, give me a call and I may be able to set it up either A, as a pre-sale, which means I will market it with the cost of the build and the all-in, the cost of the land and the all-in build cost. Did I answer that? I didn't do that well, but anyway.
That would include like the impact fees and like connecting like all the stuff that they need for like plumbing, electric, like sewer.
Too in depth. So Jen, let's say you have a lot that you're having a hard time selling for 700,000. I will get with one of my builders or the architect relationships that I have, put an elevation on it and market it for sale.
What do you mean put an elevation on
That's where I get the creating the inventory from. So I'm taking a lot that is not selling and putting an attractive elevation, attractive front shot of a house that is not, has either been built in the past or is not real. Does that make sense?
it? Like a virtual type thing?
Like an architectural drawing, like a 3D
Oh.
rendering. Is that a better
Yeah,
example?
yeah.
So I'll put a rendering up with the cost of the build and the lot. So if I attract another agent, it's a 3-way commission. You'll be getting paid upfront on the lot. I'll be getting paid on the build, and the outside agent that brought the clients will get paid throughout. So it's a little bit outside the box, and some brokerages are like, this sounds really sketch, but we're here to build relationships, and I want to do you guys right so you continue to bring me more clients and I can help you as well. So it's a little bit of a dance, but once you can shift your perspective and of the thinking, can be very, very lucrative, and it helps a lot of people. So there's kind of that deal creation and listing I touched on. So that's the pre-sale side. If you have a lot that you're struggling to sell, you can also, I also have builders that are always looking for lots. So if you have another, like I said, in a regentrifying area, or you think there's a lot of value in the land and the house needs, a little sketchy, a lot of my builders will just come and pay cash for that.
What about like a tear down?
Boom, exactly.
Yeah.
Spot on. And if your clients don't want to go through the list process and just want a quick close and cash out, our builders can buy it cash as well. And one other way I can help you guys be a solution for new construction is, like I mentioned before, all of our builders, we keep a pulse on what they have coming to market, what they have on market, and any off-market opportunities. So let's say you come to me, Leighton, I have a client that wants to be in Baldwin Park area for 900,000. I have 2 to 3 builders at the top of my head. I'll give them a call, or I'll send them what they have, and I can do that for a small referral fee. If you guys were to procure costs and close on that, something I send, it'd be just a referral fee. Any questions? I know I get excited and I just kind of spew here. No? Thanks. So here's a little bit of our team. We are a small family brokerage. I am the broker's son. Laura Hope is the CEO. And we're looking to actively expand right now. Most of our business is in Winter Park. We have a Lake Nona rep now, a Jacksonville rep. We have an Apopka rep. So we're looking to move to Tampa in the near future, as well as Miami. So people need houses out there. If there's a market where people are looking to build, we can be a solution. So. And then here's just a few testimonials. What's going on? And that's it. It was actually short and sweet today. Any questions? I know I kind of threw a ton at you guys. What did I not explain well?
What is the cheapest house that you can actually get built under right now?
Which location?
Decent. Let's say one of our downtown, and we're in something nice.
500,000?
500? You can do something that low
Mm-hmm.
in those areas?
Yeah. Semi-custom?
So what do you mean by semi-custom?
One step above a national home builder, like a DR Horton. One step above that. So they make some selections, but they don't get customized floor plans or anything like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like you don't really is right.
No.
It is what it
You
is.
send your
so
client-
can't get anything.
Yeah, and that's a good way to kind of look at it.
That's what they do.
Yeah, I hate it. It's so annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm going through that process right now. That's kind of a good way to look at it. Like I'm like a DR Horton national sales rep, but for custom guys. So if you can wrap your head around the way the nationals work, I do this for
So
custom.
you're only one step like above that, meaning so they can only pick selected things. They can't go into details exactly. So like if they want different flooring, maybe they can do that. but it
Yeah,
can't be-
I mean more of like structural changes. Like they wouldn't be able to go and like move this wall, move that one. That's more of like the high-end custom stuff.
Oh, okay.
But they
Like
can
the floor plan itself.
yeah, they can still pick the flooring. They can make their selections, what color paint, what lighting they want, for example, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who would you say are like the top builders in this area? Because I mean, we're close to Winter Park as well. So like,
Yep.
in your honest opinion from your experience,
Mhm.
who would you say maybe like top 2 to 3 are very reputable and like make good quality homes?
Yeah, absolutely. So just a few that just pop into my mind. There's so many builders now.
Yeah.
It gets a bit overwhelming. I have like a part-time job just calling builders and introducing myself and figuring out what they have. Anyway, digress. Charlie Clayton is a good, fantastic builder, Clayton Construction. FG Schaub Custom Homes is a really reputable builder in Winter Park. Valdera Custom Homes, he's a younger guy. He's out of Lake Nona. He's a fantastic builder as well. All of them are kind of in that 2 million price range. I also have resources closer to $1 million. I have some in the 800s. So
What do you think of Toll Brothers? Do you not like them?
how do I be professional about them? They're not my favorite. Yeah, they're not my favorite.
Really?
I think my favorite of the nationals would probably be MI Homes.
Really?
I like MI. Yeah.
Okay, I might ask myself.
Or I also like
Dream
David
Builders?
David Weekly a lot as well.
What do you think of them?
Dream Builders, I
Mhm.
actually don't know a ton about them.
No,
No, why, what's your thoughts?
I like them actually. I do. I've seen a couple of their things that they have going on.
Yeah,
I
okay,
was just curious what you
Yeah.
thought.
well, like, eat and breathe. How about yourself, you have any questions? Yes, Carmel?
Any program for first homeowners is there any way that
Carmel, I'm sorry, you're really breaking up. Can you repeat that, please?
Just have it put in the chat.
Yeah, do you want to type your question in the chat?
sure. I was saying that
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Have to put another question in the chat. Anyways, now, what have you seen are the biggest drawbacks to
Great question.
actual
Yeah.
builds, customs, like, because obviously it sounds all nice and fancy,
Yeah,
but there's
big
gotta be
picture.
some drawbacks versus
There
like a
is.
resale.
There is. So I'll kind of weigh out the pros and cons of building from scratch. We'll start with the cons. It takes a good 15 months to build a house. And that initial 6-month period is the most strenuous part. The upfront work is what is going to be the most difficult for yourself and your clients. So as I mentioned before, that's where you're doing all the selections. I want to have everything planned out in the initial 6 months before they sign the contract. And then from that, by the time they put a shovel in the dirt, it's about 10 months. So that's one is timeline, 6 months. Two, not everyone has the appetite to build from scratch. Some people don't want to make all these selections and or kind of go through that process. It can be overwhelming, but on the whole flip side of that, you're getting year warranty from all your structural and appliances in a new build. And something we like to say is there's no toenails on the carpet. It's a brand new house.
Yeah.
No one's died in it. It is pristine. It's brand new. And it's custom curated to how your family lives. So we could do anything. And a funny example is once I was walking to build for a client, one of my clients, and they actually had an entire room dedicated to like the cat litter. And they would press a button and it would suck the cat litter out and into the trash can because they hated scooping cat litter. I'm like, this is some next level bougie right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next level bougie, for sure.
Okay, Carmel, great question. So her question is there a program for first-time home buyers if a first-time home buyer states they want to get a custom build? So there is not. And first-time home buyers are not usually going to be building from scratch anyway. It's just too much of a price gap, Carmel. But what I do like to consider is comparing how they qualify for an FHA or a VA versus a CP product. And that comparison is very similar. It's about a 15 to 20% down payment, along with the debt to income ratio. You can make 40% more than what you're spending each month in expenses. So it's not an overly difficult process to qualify for a construction firm. And it's not that much more money up front either, compared to like a conventional loan, 30-year mortgage,
What'd you say the down payment was 20,
15 to 20%.
15 to 20?
And that varies on banker to banker, which is why I like to have options. Some can get you a lower rate, but you pay more monthly and stuff like that. So
And that's the firm to loan.
construction perm is what it's called. Great question, Carmel. Did I answer that properly?
yeah.
Okay. So I guess let me ask you guys a bit. Where do you guys mostly service your clients right now? Is it all over the state? Do you focus anywhere in particular?
It's, yeah, I would say right here in Central Florida. You're kind of Central Florida too, right?
Yeah,
go all over.
I will go, my rule is I will go an hour out.
Okay.
If it is any farther than 60 minutes to 75 minutes.
Yeah.
I will not take it, I'll refer it out
Got it.
and collect the referral fee, but I mean, I've worked every area You know, I've worked a lot in Orlando, I've worked a lot of, Winter Garden, like a Ocoee area, I sold a house in Ocoee.
Yep.
I really like the Fairmont, like Minneola area too. Those are
Absolutely.
the areas I prefer to work just because I live by Metro West, that whole area is like not too far from me, and it
Yeah.
has like nice homes. So I prefer that area, but I'll work anywhere in Orlando, really. I don't care. I took listings in Deltona and the Barry.
You'll go where the money goes. Okay,
Exactly,
I see
yeah.
you, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
100%.
care. It could be in Kissimmee, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm very attracted to the Tampa area for new builds. That place is popping right now.
We're about to open up offices in Tampa.
I'm looking to open one there as well. I like
Good
Tampa.
business.
I also like the Lake Nona area. That's growing very well.
Yeah, we have an
Because
office there.
It's
I
on
love
fire.
Lake Nona,
Yeah.
and there's so many new builds going on. That place is crazy.
And you know, it kills me to say this, the quality of those new builds aren't that impressive.
Yeah.
They look like cookie cutter to me.
The David Weekly homes though in Laureate Park are not bad.
Yeah, well, that's David Jacobs. I know him well. I like him a lot.
Yeah,
They
the
were
homes in Laureate Park are actually.
Yeah.
Pretty nice, and those are custom,
Right.
but I would say, I mean, that's like the nicest out there in Bull Creek.
So would it be helpful if we kind of ran through a scenario, like you have clients right now that are looking? Let's do it. Put me to the test.
Let's do a little role playing.
Okay,
Show us what you're about.
let's do it. So what?
Come on, Amanda.
You got it.
Come on,
You
girl.
put me on the spot. No, but you know what, actually, talking to him, you know, Jen, who the hell you would be good with?
No.
The next Tyler. But they're like, I don't want the trees, I don't want this, I don't want that.
You
That is
should.
exactly what it
You
reminds
should team up
me
with this guy, get them a nice custom.
That is exactly what it reminded me of. Like him talking and the way I just keep listening and I'm like,
That's the one who keeps
You
popping in
should
your
talk to
head.
Tyler.
Tyler, that's her son.
my son,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
You should talk to Tyler. about it. Custom might be perfect for that.
I know.
Is he?
Because
Is he a realtor?
they're very particular. Very particular about what they want in the
Mhm.
house. So we had a house under contract for them, what was that, like 3-4 months ago? And they didn't want the tree in the
They didn't want the tree in
backyard.
the backyard,
They
they
wanted a
wanted,
fence.
they wanted certain things and they can't remove it, or it was like something about the tree. They couldn't like
The
completely
flooring,
remove it, but they can like, put it down to a stump, so
Oh
they were
my
like,
God.
no, we're not spending blah blah, because the house was like 680, right? 650, yeah. And he was like, I'm not spending that, they don't know if they do that. So, it
For
was
what,
like
maybe a
tree.
couple $100,000 more, they could get like a nice custom, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
For what,
Yeah.
like maybe 850?
Yeah, I have some as low as like in the high sevens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in like decent areas.
Downtown
They
Orlando.
love
Audubon
like
area.
Nona.
Yeah.
They in the, like, they love it.
Is he a younger? Is your son
He's
younger?
22.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and his girlfriend is 22,
Nice.
but yeah.
They're TikTok stars.
Are they?
Don't be shy, girl.
Oh my god.
Come on. Her son and his girlfriend are TikTok superstars.
What?
For real.
Pull him up. Let's see him. I want to see.
Jen, oh my god, no.
Girl, that's cool. I'd be embarrassed. It's cool that your
What kind of
son's
what kind of
famous.
content is he making?
Oh my god, they do everything. But it's more like the young couple, like,
Yeah.
you know.
It's
and
a
so,
couple
like,
talk?
they're friends with like all the famous TikTok stars too, so they get together, there's a lot of stuff.
I hope he does your marketing for you.
But, well, yeah, we're doing like, working on YouTube right now.
Nice.
We've been filming different things and he's editing it, he's gonna put it all together for me. But he has a manager that does all his stuff.
You may have to introduce me. I'll help you with the bill. You introduce me to
He has
yourself.
a manager that deals with doing and stuff, so,
They're really nice too.
yeah. But, you know.
Any questions from you guys? I know I'm kind of neglecting you here. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. You're so famous.
Oh boy.
It's cool. I'd be embarrassed.
So let me ask you guys, where do you think I could explain in more depth, or is it, there's something that I didn't fully explain well enough to you guys that's like, I don't really understand?
Tell us about you, your experience, how you got into this. I
Yeah.
want to know more about you, if I
Okay.
could possibly work with you.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, real estate is in our blood. I've been looking at tear down houses since about 8. As I mentioned, my mom is the broker. My
How
sister,
long has your mom been in the industry?
13 years, started it from scratch. My sister runs a remodel company. She's also in the whole build world. She just won something in the Parade of Homes as well, which is cool. So our whole family is kind of in this real estate world. I eat, breathe, and sleep it. Yeah. It's cool, but at the same time, I don't want to be involved with my family for every business I do. You know, I'm ready to do my own thing. So Tampa bound, who knows? You headhunting me?
Want to be away from family?
Yeah,
I'll
fair.
be your family.
I'll be your family.
Jen, you're too comfortable around me already.
I know, right? I'm your family now.
I'm your family now.
I'm your fucking family now.
What else? I've only been licensed for just over a year now. And I have been with the Hope Group 2 years. I started as a marketing, kind of get my feet wet, and then got licensed. I have done 4 builds and 6 million in transactions so far.
This year?
In the year period I've been licensed. So it's a lot of fun. And it's different. I don't have to show clients 50 houses to get one under contract.
How are you finding clients that want to build from scratch?
Great question. That is always the $1 million. Keep the doors open, you gotta get clients.
Yeah, right?
So during COVID, I'm just gonna spill all the tea today, let's go. During COVID, we got approached by Zillow for a pilot program. And essentially what it is, it's a landing page of new builds on Zillow like a new construction platform in Zillow. So if you guys were to look up Winter Park, you can see the Hope Group, and we have 60 houses on there. And some of them are just renderings and elevations, and others are past bills that we have done for clients. So during COVID, I think we were getting 80 leads a month because everyone's sitting at home and just bored looking on Zillow. I was swamped with leads, ridiculously swamped. Now it's kind of shifting. As the market shifts, so is the lead fluctuation. So before it was a buyer's market and I had a surplus of buyers and not enough inventory. As this continues to reset, we'll have a surplus of speculation houses. So I'll be sitting in those, and you guys are more than welcome to come sit in a few if you'd like to learn about that in the construction as well.
You guys do trainings at your office too?
Mainly on job sites with builders.
Good.
So we like to vet our builders before we bring clients to them. So I know their overhead, I know what they put behind the walls. I know if they use a zip system on the second floor, are they using icing spray foam for insulation or fiberglass? Just a lot of little things that I want to know before I bring people's hard-earned money to them. I want to trust them that they're going to be taken care of. So
And we can go out there and you would.
oh, if you want to just come
Like,
learn.
get into a partnership with him. You guys
Okay.
can get the deal done together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of like how we did with
Yeah.
Nexty, but I'd like to work with him. Okay.
And so that there may be things that I don't know that you could teach me and vice versa, right? So it's a learning experience.
And what are your plans for the future and where do you want to go with all this?
I would like to be nationwide, just be the resource for anyone that wants to build from scratch in every state that there's a need for it. And I think there is a need for this type of business model everywhere. I don't know of another company that just strictly focuses on building from scratch. And we bring business to everyone, builders, architects, designers, banks. Something our business coach has been telling us is, everyone wants to take from realtors. Why don't we find some people that want to give back and fill our pipeline,
Yeah, exactly.
I can't-
Everybody wants to take.
I can't tell you how many lenders call me and say, can I take you to lunch? I want to pitch you. I'm just like, 20.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where I see the vision going. For me personally, I'm a huge self-improvement kind of guy. I'm currently doing a mental toughness journey challenge. I exercise very frequently. I'm a big reader, big podcast guy. So it's always be growing. I like to surround myself with people that kind of have that same mentality. That's Latent Hope with the Hope Group. Thanks. Thank you guys.
Good job, Leighton.
I will leave my
Very informative.
email in case anyone needs it.
Very informative. Yeah, I know. I gotta make sure I make it interesting, I gotta ask the right questions.
You gonna
I know
ask my
nobody else
marital
is gonna
status or
ask.
something?
Know what?
You gonna ask about my marital status or
I
something?
know.
I am.
Okay. I am single. Shoot your shot. Let's go. I'm standing right here.
What do you think this is, homie? This ain't no dating thing over here. And I don't shoot my shot. People
Shoot their shot with me. Okay, relax, Miss Juice stain on your shirt. over
And
there.
I was still pull with the juice, all right?
We're having too much fun. I feel bad for the Zoom. They're like, what the hell are these guys doing?
I know, they're like, they're crazy.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate your time.
We crazy, huh?